Well, here we go. Battlefield of Eternity. Let's go with game number 1, our second semi-final. We have Team Ash against Random Team. Now, we already had our first semi-final, which was insane series between the Chili Donuts and Team... Now we're heading into a Battlefield, and yeah... I'm interested to see how far Team Ash can go, because Team Ash is currently in second place in the standing. A lot of that is because they're really participating in every single qualifier, and they're always doing fairly well, in the sense that they at least make it to the semis, it seems. Sometimes they make it even further and hit the grand final. So for them, it's it's a really good position for them to be in. There's a couple of teams that are trying to attack, of course, the number 4 or the top 4 spots in the ranking. Team Wa is in the lead, you have the Chili Donuts, and you also have on top of that the Hardos. So all of these want to, of course, be represented there. But if the blue team keeps it up the way that they're playing it right now, then they have a very solid chance to not only qualify for the playoffs, but also make it into the top 4 and therefore have an easier bracket and a much better seeding. Now we got Johanna as our first pick once again today here in Battlefield. We have the regular bans on Rhaegar and Stukov. Vala got banned, so no arrow build this time. Hanzo is still up. Li Ming could be picked for damage on the Immortal. And there's Hanzo right away. Bishops for Team Ash. I mean, what would you expect, of course. So we get Morenas with Blaze, and then Bishops with his arrows again. Genji is oftentimes being picked on Battlefield of Eternity in conjunction with, let's say, Anduin, for example, so that you can go for a light bomb combo. So there's that. And here's Li Ming. Ooh, and Ana! Okay, I like it. We have Ana with Li Ming again, so the nano boost for our main damage dealer. As explained, again, if you're having Li Ming and you're ending up in these standoffs in the middle where each team defends their own Immortal, the only thing that you have to do as Li Ming is you move a little bit closer, you throw combos out, and then your opponent has to decide, well, do we just take the damage on the Immortal and then slowly but steadily you lose the objective, or do we instead move somebody in the way, soak up that damage, but that could lead to a kill eventually. So oftentimes we have a bit of a battle of attrition when it comes to those fights, and that's where Li Ming really can excel. And of course, once the battle starts for real, you nano boost her, you try to get those calamity kills, get the resets, and snowball it. Urel banned out, and also a ban on Tracer. Yep, no needling away at Ana and Li Ming. We need Denato's main tank, but also, what is Renella gonna pick as their support side now? Yeah, and then we still have Maitrai, who also needs to go for another damage dealer here. Are we gonna get Genji here today, for example? Yes or no? I doubt it, but yeah. Sylvanas is sometimes picked. There she is. And we have Brightwing. Okay, so they got a little bit of CC, they got Sylvanas, they can enhance the Immortal push even further. Lunara on the other side. We get Bambi, obviously, a lot these days. You can see her pretty much in every single series. Very, very few exceptions to that rule of thumb. And Markotzel, we need a side laner. Or another main tank. Could always play Jojo in the side lane position. And they go for it. Yes, there it is. Varian. Johanna as a side laner. Varian is in play together with Li Ming and Ana. Okay, it is party time, everybody. We got some taunts, we got good setups for Li Ming so that she can get the damage out. Ana for the nano boost. Lunara for a little bit more CC and damage over time. And the final pick, the main tank for the blue team. It is Diablo. Let's go, everybody. Game number 1, Battlefield of Eternity. Random team against Team Ash, the second semi-final of qualifier number 7 for the X-Cup Winter. Battlefield of Eternity, Renella on Brightwing, everybody. We got Denardo on Diablo with the Soul Shield. Morenas is playing Blaze. We got Maitrai and Sylvanas, and Bishops on Hanzo. On the right side of the map, Markotzel. He's playing Johanna for the team, already moving towards the top lane, side laning it here. We got Bronek on Ana, Ether on Li Ming, Ziomek on Lunara, and Insipid is playing Varian. Okay, so what can Random Team do here? Can they move on to the grand final? That would be a lot of points for the leaderboard and would really help them in their quest to make it into the top 8 and participate in the playoffs. So time will tell. Now, all the way up at the top, we already have a Sylvanas push with Blaze. They're going for a 2-3 split here, which is not really the norm anymore. You see it very rarely. Sometimes you see it against the Thrall that is trying to stack his Crash Lightning. But in this case, the bot lane is of course going to get attacked very quickly. They have the upper hand here. Can they get a grab on Varian? Brightwing already moved together in to heal him out. Denado is still fine. It's more or less a question of who destroys the walls first. And at least for now, Team Ash is winning it at the top as they are starting to crush this one at a time. One tower down, the gate is also eliminated. And let's have a quick look at the progress at the bottom of the map for the red team. Yeah, they're a little bit slower here. And they move Lunara now to the top for exactly that reason. So they realize that they won't be able to outpace the blue team. So they move towards the top and they're like, alright guys, let's see if we can maybe do a little bit better in a 2-3 split. Sylvanas already killed topside, that would indicate yes. So apparently Lunara and Johanna were able to get that kill. Morenas is also low, so he won't be able to help as the camp, or to interfere with the camp being captured here. And that's actually not too bad for the red team, as long as they can take this. Hanzo is moving over. And, oh yeah, Brightwing. Nearly forgot about Brightwing. Yeah, shouldn't do that. So all of a sudden the camp gets stolen after all, and we... Is that a kill? Oh dear. Lunara was in trouble for a second, but survived. And at the bottom, yeah, it's the red team that takes it this time. So random team was able to make the move. Here comes once again Varian though. No taunt yet, doesn't have his level 4. Up towards the top. That's where still putting enormous pressure onto the fort. It's actually kind of insane that the fort is so low considering that we haven't seen a single objective yet. No, so not bad. But again, at the bottom of the map, the wall has fallen too, but they never were able to get this much damage onto the fort, so there's a structure lead for the blue team, as the first immortal is announced on the map and the teams are making plays for the shaman camp. Guys, this is by the way one of the absolute standard moves, and if you're playing heroes regularly in Storm League, please always try to respect that. You're trying to time these camps. It's true for nearly every single map around objectives. So don't just randomly take a camp that doesn't really do anything for you. There's some where it doesn't matter. There's some where you have to pretty much take it whenever the cooldown is ready, whenever it pops up on the map. But most maps you want to time it around the objective to create another pressure point against the opponent's team. So yeah, that's something that's being done here by both of them. They just lock them in as the immortal appears on the map. Halftime show fairly even. Bit of a lead for the red team. They win this one. But now both of the teams have to start rotating some of their heroes away to deal with the camps. Actually, at the top lane it already happened. So it's the red team more so than anybody else that's under pressure. Yeah, Hanzo could try and go for the immortal, but they're starting to lose that fight a little bit. And Sylvanas just jumped straight into the immortal stun. And that stun might have made the difference between them winning or losing the immortal. Sylvanas could have helped out a lot here. But I guess probably it would have still been immortal number 1 for random team because they have 3,700 hit points on the shield now. That's actually quite a bit. So yeah, that's not that's a lot. So for now, it's the top side push that we have here. They should be able to break through the wall, maybe a bit more. In an ideal world, you're hoping to get the fort. I guess that's a bit questionable. It depends on how much they can use that level 7 talent that they now have as an advantage. The immortal already gets burned down a little bit here. But maybe, just maybe, they can make a move. One good taunt is all you need at the end of the day. And, well, Varian tried. But the immortal is gone, and level 7 is now taken by both teams. Yeah, nice teleport. Denado was trying to go in for Li Ming, and she reacted immediately. Someone got baited a second ago. And now he finds himself on the receiving end of a bit of an ass-kicking. And goes down. Li Ming and Varian make it happen. Blaze is also low. And there's the second kill. Yeah, those calamity resets on Li Ming are fantastic. Blaze dies, Hanzo dies, and it's a 5-man team wipe. Random team, ladies and gentlemen, with a big victory here in the team fight. And now the opportunity to snowball this one hard. 6 kills to 0. They took the top fort. They've still had Jojo at the bottom of the map to do some additional damage. They can take the camps. They are more than a level ahead now. This is insanely good for them. Ether is already going back. I mean, Ether is so fucking good on Liming that Blizzard actually named a talent after him, and he even picked it. So yeah, so here's the Ether walk. I mean, he is so fucking good at this that Blizzard came in and they said, like, you know what, dude? Like, yeah, we're gonna name a talent after you. And he was like, all right, appreciate it, thank you. I'm going to play this out to my full abilities. I'm making sure that I'm going to honor that, and so far he definitely has. So. But either way, now we got them so close to level 10 that with the next Immortal, the halftime show victory is pretty much guaranteed. I mean, the halftime show victory should be an easy one. So over here, Morenas gets attacked. Li Ming is down. That was sad. Yeah, right, maybe he's not as good that they named the talent after him. Who knows, who knows? But by now they lose 3. So that was a little bit awkward because they just threw the game. They nearly had level 10 and Team Ash... I mean, honestly, guys, how often do I have to go through this routine? Have you ever seen a Russian team? Khaldor, they nearly have level 10. What do? I think we attack. We kill them all before level 10. We close gap experience and it's easy. We drink a little bit of vodka before we engage. Makes communication much better. And then we kill 4 and no problem. 0 to 6 kills, 1.5 level behind. The opponent has level 10. We don't care. We attack, we kill them, and it's all Gucci. So, yeah. All they had to do was wait a little bit, but if I talk about anything in these games, it's about the crazy aggression that we get from the Russians, and it never fails. It never fucking fails, honestly. So, yeah. That's why these guys are so much fun to watch, because they don't give a shit. They go in and they will take you on. They are not afraid. But now they are losing Sylvanas. So maybe it's another turnaround. Another play for the nano-boosted Li Ming, and Denado comes in and gets the solo kill. Easily taken. And there we go. Yeah. Same. Oh, careful. Yeah, at the same time, I gotta admit, I couldn't really decide whether I go for Italian or Russian here, but still. Mamma mia, pizza, no cartas. But yeah, either way. So, 7 to 5 kills. Do we have any Germans in the house? Alright. I had to ask. No Hasorbs here. Anyways, they go for another kill. Varian, yeah, he's dead. Varian is dead. No German efficiency. Yeah, there was none of this. But either way, Makotzel gets attacked now too. Oh, my try! Not bad, my friend. I thought he would die again. I had him already listed as a casualty of war here. That would have been the 4th time that he died. But now the blue team is finally able to win an objective. Good for them. Okay, so they are able to at least get the Immortal, and all of... Oh, big arrow, big hit, big stun, and Li Ming gets away. Ana... Sleep dart on Denado ruined the kill. That was actually kind of mean. That was really well organized. And then, yeah, it's just Ana that ruins the play. This could have been good. But either way, now they are making a move for that bottom fort. They've taken the lead in experience. And if you're a random team, you're a little bit pissed right now. But they try to come in. And honestly, the CC that we're having is just for them condemn is quite nice. Another play for Ether. And he nearly dies to the Wailing Arrow of Li Ming. But they still keep him alive a little bit longer. Bunker's already out too. What a slaughter. These games are getting crazy. Denado with a stun against Varian. That was a beautiful angle that he had there. Shuts down Varian as he's trying to escape. And boy, what a game. 13 to 12 now. Back and forth the entire time. They're just absolutely crushing it now. Team Ash has taken the lead. They recovered from their team vibe against them. And they take not only the fort at the bottom of the map, but they're also able to destroy the one at the top. In this case, another camp is about to be claimed. They already stole the opponent's shamans away. But yeah, it is just nasty. I like it. I really like it. A lot of aggression from both sides. Nano boosted Li Ming is doing solid work in the team fights, especially after we have Varian setting her up with another taunt. Li Ming at 23,000 damage, but Hanzo with all of this poke, he's by now sitting at 33,000. So 8 kills to 7. Level 13 talents will be ready for both of the teams, but only one team will have a shaman camp. Only one team will have a shaman camp pushing through the bot lane for the next one. But with one good kill and a little bit of reset value for Li Ming, I think random team could bring this one back. They have even talents now with the opponent, so that's what they needed here. That gives us Illusionist, which is of course also a big talent for them. Raw, by the way, on level 4 for Johanna got completed earlier, so that's already good. That gives them a lot. Yeah, now they're trying to turn it. Look at this. Now they are the ones attacking, and everybody is going ham on the camp. Where's that bunker when you need it? He needs to pop it real quickly, but they also need to be careful or Varian is going to steal it away. And yes, Varian is stealing it away. The camp is taken. Varian is dead. They try to go for another kill. Big arrow from Hanzo. 1 down, 2 down. Big kills, everybody. Big kills. My try dies too. Everybody dead or dying on the red team side. We're gonna take another look at this fight. Just look at this shit. The arrow from Hanzo is just so good in this case. And they get the 3 kills with Varian, Jojo, and Ana. And then they follow up. The only one that dies is Sylvanas, though. So, yeah, Sylvanas dies on the blue team side. But of course, they're now even farther ahead in experience. And they have an easy time going for the Immortal here. Insane fight, seriously. I mean, all-out aggression from both of them. In this case, it was just random team saying, we know exactly where they are. They can only be at the camp. Let's YOLO for it and see what we can do. And to be fair, they got the camp. If they can get a kill there, they might be able to snowball it even further. Now it's level 16 that Team Ash is waiting for. In this case, they don't want to force the fight if they don't have to. But the longer they wait, the more hit points they lose on the Immortals, so they're poking it out at the bottom. But slowly and steadily, they're getting more of experience here. As they're trying to get to 16. Denado is occupying them a bit. Allows the rest of the team to go for the hit. He himself is still able to make it out of the fight. And Brightwing is helping out too. The escape of Jojo. Arrow connect. Slows them down. Can they close that gap? Nah, they cannot. Li Ming with a wave of force shut them down. But you can tell how willing they are to just burn a cooldown like this. On the off chance that they are able to close the gap. And then go for the fight. Now they have level 16 as well. And they can easily go for the push at the top and try and lock in the keep. Jojo, she has to join the team. She's obviously trying to get a bit of experience for them. But they are way too far from level 16 to have a chance to make a play there. So here we go. This is the first keep that could fall today. Level 16 gives a big advantage to Team Ash. They want this one. And with Sylvanas, it is very likely that they're going to be able to take it. 44,000 damage for Hanzo, 50% already. The Immortal is still chunking it down. And the main question at this point is pretty much, can they get more, yes or no? If they can get a kill, then they will use the level 16 to snowball this even further. But they're playing it safe. They're 2 levels ahead now. They play it safe, they rotate back, and they can now easily take that camp. Actually a little bit surprised that they don't. Level 16 is pretty close. It's one of the few opportunities that you have to use your level 16 advantage. They have all their ults up too. So I'm actually a bit surprised. They don't want to fight the fight. They feel that they can play macro. Now, I want to know if they follow up on this. Because if you don't take that battle when you have a level 16 advantage, and you're pretty much saying, hey, we are structurally so far ahead, we can play this on the macro end a bit. Seem to be liking disengage a lot more. Diablo is nearly one-shotting Li Ming, as you can see. So that was a lot. And they're trying to follow also Varian. The arrow this time missing. He tried to anticipate where they would move, and they dodged it. So now the fight might turn on them. Denado is is actually doing a fairly decent job dodging out on the combos of Li Ming. Where's the bunker? There it is. Another great wall stun by Denado. And that's Varian dropped once again. He even gets away with the bunker. Morenas, he needs the heal and he gets it from Brightwing. 5 versus 4. And they have the numbers advantage once again. At least the random team has now locked in their level 16 talents. With the exception of Lunara, I might add. But they are pressuring the bot lane further. Without Varian, yeah, look at Denado. Super aggressive here. But that also means he eats quite a few shots of the keep itself. Sylvanas is shutting it down a moment later. So they are pressuring. They got 14 seconds until Varian is back. But the Immortal is spawning in 15. So they're all moving back out. And this next fight is pretty much the only one that random team has to try and bring this back. It's pretty much the only thing. So, yeah, we'll see. There's one camp at least taken. Both are now going for their Shaman camp. Obviously a lot more beneficial to Team Ashe, since they have destroyed most at the bot lane. And they already have one camp that's en route, so they have a double camp push at the bottom of the map. Whereas Jojo is already trying to keep those catapults at bay. But the blue team, as long as they apply some pressure here, they can do work. And Hanzo is, of course, getting poke damage. Already chunked Lunara down quite a bit. 57,000 damage for him now throughout this game. And they're trying to do it fast. They need to attack quickly, and they know it, because that bottom double camp is going to wreck their keep. And I don't think this is going to work out well for them. Time is all that the blue team needs to buy, and they even get the kills. They murder Ana. They murder her. Varian is also in trouble, and he will die. Varian is going to die. He has to die. So is Jojo. Varian is already down. Jojo, she survives, which is actually insane. That keep, then again, is already gone. And the blue team, they try to follow Liming. Denado with a good connect here, but he couldn't flip Ether over back into the team. But now, of course, with the 5 versus 3, they are going for core. They nearly have level 20. They want the lead in the series. This all start... Oh, beautiful play. Team Ashe with the kill on Liming, and that is definitely the nail in the coffin. Random team started all of this with a 5-man team wipe at the bot lane against Team Ashe. But the blue team, they turn it around, and they are going to be victorious here. 5-man team wipe to start the game, to end the game. 18 kills to 8, and that's the lead in this series for Team Ashe as they lock in the victory on Battlefield of Eternity.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Towers of Doom, map number 2. Team Ashe, they came into the series as the favorite, and it looked in game number 1 for a long time like they would get slaughtered. Well, maybe not slaughtered, but like they would have a very, very tough time and not make it. Especially that early 5-man team wipe was a big problem. And honestly, I think if random team play this a bit safer, then they have a good shot of snowballing it. All they had to do was to wait for level 10 and then try to play the second Immortal with their talent advantage. But they got forced into a fight, and Team Ashe crushed them in that battle and caught up within one single fight. Now, obviously, there is a lot more experience on the side of the blue team, but if the red team showed one thing, then it is that they, at least in the early game, can keep up, and here on Towers of Doom that might allow them to also get a bit of momentum. Either way, for Team Ashe, it was a pretty good comeback, and of course a lot of aggression on both sides, which was pretty nice. I mean, 26 kills throughout the entire game. That was quite something. Generally speaking today, we have a lot of aggressive playstyles from nearly everybody involved. So, for game number 2, we have a Rhaegar banned, we have Stukov banned. Could still get a Jojo ban, maybe the Haka is going to be eliminated. All of them, oftentimes, big priority. They ban Lunara, don't want to deal with her again. And she is a very, very regular pick and can be insanely annoying and powerful when played correctly. Could maybe even lead to, honestly, when you see that being banned this early, maybe even the thought process of going, oh, they have already a couple of squishies. They are not hesitating for even a second. We get Jojo picked first. That doesn't surprise. She can be played here as the main tank or the side laner with an additional main tank. But my try, he uses Junkrat instantly. And same also true for Dehaka, so they definitely got what they wanted here. And Denado, I mean, he could play with Dibbles again. Bishops might still want to play his Hanzo. Could even see Genji. There's Falstad to at least have one global on the map. Random team is following it up with Lucio, so they have the mobility for sure. But what are we getting from Renella? Yeah, on the support side, you could go for Brightwing again if you wanted to. Gives you more movement, more abilities on the global side. And what else? What are we getting for bans? Let's start there. We have Garrosh banned out, so obviously they recognize too that we could see that double play again. This is something that the Chili Donuts have done recently a lot. They start off with Johanna. If the draft evolves the way they want, they go into a second tank. Quite often that's the combo with Garrosh. Then you have a lot of control there. That's what they're trying to ruin. Zeratul is getting banned. This is good for the birdie. Foss is going to be very happy about that ban. Lucio too, I guess. But yeah. Zeratul is a big chicken fan. He likes chicken. All kinds of forms. Good chicken breast, you know, marinated and like on the grill. Or maybe just like chicken wings. So if you have a false set on one side, Zeratul, he wants him. This is smelling more and more like we might get a Genji pick, by the way. With the Nubarak for Denado and Anduin played by Renella, if you want to dive in deep, Genji could help you with that. And Bishops has played Genji multiple times in the past. I guess if he doesn't get Genji, there's always his Hanzo available to him. So let's see what the last pick for the blue team is. But first of all, we have a double pick for our random team. And that's going to answer the question, side lane or no side lane. Ooh, Deathwing and Leo. Okay, we get both. Janitor in the house. And if they want to combo with Anduin, then this is a Genji pick now. Deathwing is going to be... He's not going to be impressed by it. But you can really go for Falstad. You can go for Lucio. Or, of course, you can lock in that arrow. Also possible. Final pick, map number 2. And it is Hanzo. They went for Hanzo, they went for the arrow. We're going into game number 2, everybody. Team Ash against a random team. Here at the 7th qualifier for the X-Cup Winter. Heroes. Team Ash on the left side in blue with Renella on Anduin. We got Morenas on the Haka. Mitra is playing Junkrat this time. Bishops on Hanzo and Denado on Anubarak. So the combo here with Denado moving in and Junkrat following up on a stun. You can do the same with the Haka's drag. There's going to be a lot of displacement here if they play it correctly and coordinate between the players. But we have on the right side of the map a random team with Makotzel and Leoric. Austin's Renewal as his level 1. Aether's playing Falstad this time. Insipid on Johanna. Bronek on Lucio. And Ziomek on Deathwing. By the way, Bronek backwards spells Kenorp. Just in case you guys were wondering. Might have missed that if I didn't tell you. And well, as we are now playing out our battle in the mid lane, we could even get a first kill here. Morenas is already low, but yeah, they all just move away from this. Okay, so no real Ooh, that was a good one. They might go for Mitra after all. Maybe he dies again. Yeah, sorry, but that's safe. Renella literally moves him by 1 or 2 pixels, and that's that. So, yeah. But as it stands, it seems like the blue team has a bit of a better time rotating down to the bottom of the map. Already Johanna is so low that she will have to tap the fountain. Deathwing, he's still holding the fort, more or less. And yeah, in the middle of the map, we now have a Bronek and Aether. They are controlling the wave. But the entire approach from the blue team drove a little bit of a wedge between the heroes of random teams. So now it's easier for Team Ash to go for their own pumpkin camp. And who knows, maybe they're going to be aggressive enough to move over and try and disturb them here. And Nubarak is certainly close enough for that. Bishops is already trying to sniff this out. Yes, and... yeah, they're not diving in on this one. Now, they were thinking about it maybe, but yeah. Okay, so for the time being, we have no kill in the game. Still a lot of poke down at the bottom. And now that Jojo is moving in, she has still Deathwing assistance. Terror! Might try. They're going for the barbecue. That's, by the way, one of the things that in Spain isn't really a big deal. Like, Spanish people are not really that set on barbecues. They love their paellas and everything. But you know, a good old German barbecue, that's something that's really missing here. I really like it when I come back to Germany in the summer, for example, and my dad is just getting the grill out, and then we get some people together, got a few beers, good barbecue. Here in Spain, not really that big of a deal. I mean, you can obviously get it here, but it's not all that common. They like their paella, but still. Now that we're talking about barbecues, you know, and like roasting things, because so far, Deathwing has definitely been burning them to a crisp here. He likes his meat well done, apparently. Leo and Dehaka, they're just rotating between the lanes. Everybody's obviously waiting for a good chance to get a kill. Also the first altar rotation on the map. And that's what we're seeing right now. So altars are popping up. Denado in the middle. They want to go for the janitor. 1 stun, 2 stun, and he's gonna get out. But that's a lot of early damage that they were able to get, so he has to tap the fountain, can do that later. Top left, top right, the exchange between the 2 globals. Both of them going in for it now, whereas down at the bottom of the map, Renella is trying to lock in a 3rd one for them. But that's where Deathwing really becomes a pain in the ass. He can interrupt there too. drops into the fight. And we have Falstad also flying in. So Hanzo got attacked. They're all moving away for now. With Nubarak, you're of course going to try for the dive. Falstad got quickly interrupted by Hanzo. And that's the first kill. First kill in the game. Leoric is down. I mean, he was all only skin and bones anyways. Great laugh. And Hanzo's also dead. So, yeah. Beard Boy, the man with the hipster beard, is already down. And so is Leo. They're trying to go for Insipid over here. And yeah, Mitra is dead, isn't he? No! He got out. Good for him. Look at you. Clutch, though. But yeah, all of them are just hightailing it out of there. They're leaving Morenas alone. He already feels abandoned. The channel has finally happened. And now we got 36 to 32 points on the core. But nicely done by the red team. They're pretty much picking... They're doing the same in the early game that they did on the first map. So they're coming in with some really nice early game plays, forcing everybody off. I mean, towards the end, Team Ash literally was just trying to get out alive. And most of them managed to do that. But obviously by now we have a kill for kill. We have level 7 talents on both sides. In this case, we're getting Hanzo with the Dragon Hungers. And they are taking all the camps. Yep. More pumpkins. More better. They're trying to invade this, but yeah, if you go for a Nubarak, you want to dive. The problem is, who do you dive here? If you can go and make a connect with Falstad or with Lucio, then Bob's your uncle. But still. Yeah, this will be an interesting game. Especially the late game. That seems to be where a random team might have a weakness or two. Around level 10, that's where things went south for them the last time. But let's see what they can do here. Because right now, they are the ones pressuring the blue team. Yeah. And a lot of zoning happening here from Jojo in particular. I mean, she's everywhere right now. Trying to go for Deathwing again. Single altar spawning in 20, by the way. And what's the damage like? Who's taking the early lead? Deathwing with the 11,000 that he brought to the table. Look at Hanzo again. That guy is just cheating. There's a lot of poke damage from afar that he has. 21,000 for him. Same to his, yeah, to an extent also is of course true for Junkrat, who's sitting at 16k, but still. We have now Johanna. Johanna is taking over the damage numbers. That's in and of itself already crazy. But they're going for the fight again. And the red team is instantly low. Instantly low. They are about to lose. Yep, Leoric, he gets dropped as Hanzo follows and gets the final hit connected. So now they are in the lead in experience, and the blue team, if they continue here, might just be able to snack up the early level 10. They are definitely going to get the altar. Kotzen is trying to somehow slow this. He can't. Instead, I mean, apparently Jojo was tired of life and just committed Honorable Subaru over here. So she's down. And that was a bit unexpected. I mean, if Deathwing can go for an interrupt, then fine. But for Jojo to move in here and trying to hit the flashlight against this, that was maybe a little bit too much. And they're pausing the game at this point too, so I'm not quite sure if maybe that was a bit of a problem on Johanna that had mechanical issues as well, or was founded in mechanical problems, because that just looked weird. I mean, she just literally committed Sudoku. Went in and just got murdered. And Nubarak, he just was like, alright, well, we can go for the kill, no problem. So at this point in time, we got level 10 abilities that gives us, as usual, the light bomb. In this case, it's quite possible that it's either going to be the Haka that moves in with the light bomb and follows it up with his drag, or it could also be a Nubarak. He went for Cocoon, obviously. I currently got Dragon's Arrow in. And yeah, on the other side, when it comes to heroics, I don't really think gonna get any big surprises, but they have to just like stay back for a second. It's 32 points on the core for each one of the teams, so there's not really a big difference as far as the objective goes. None of the forts or bell towers have really been severely damaged yet. We have that kill advantage for the blue team, but that's about it. And even in experience, the gap is small enough that it shouldn't play a big role around the next few fights. Now, noteworthy is that we got the paralyzing rage over here, so increased slows for Leo. That's kind of important. We have conviction, so that's one of those things where you can at least try and close the gap with the opponent a little bit better. Maybe if you're setting up one of those flanks on Johanna, then you can do some work there too. Damage output, obviously, at this point, it's still Hanzo that reigns supreme. And there's the Blessed Shield. I mean, this is pretty much the only question mark that we had, I suppose. Is it going to be the Falling Sword or the Blessed Shield? They go for the stun. Got the high 5-2. And of course for Leo, it's as usual his N2. Okay, now all about pressuring the bot lane. Still the most important lane on the map. So they're gonna try to see what they can do here. Alright. And yep. In the meantime, we got our little play for Dehaka, possible, who could now come down to the bottom of the map and force the fight here too. This is a big advantage that they obviously have. If Leo is at the top and then Dehaka moves down to the bottom, there's a lot of time that the 5th player is going to be missing for random team. Falstad can at some point take over the side lane duty a little bit, but he doesn't really have the same oomph here. So the next objective should be an even trade. I don't think we're going to see a fight over that. Top left, top right is normally left alone. It's more important what happens with the pumpkin camp. Yeah, that's the more important one. And the red team is completely letting this one pass. Yeah, I mean, they're not even trying. So I guess he's gonna check. Yeah, but that doesn't really help them. So now the bot lane is gonna get attacked even further. It shouldn't have an impact on the top left either. I mean, Deathwing can interrupt now. That's definitely true. So they can interrupt this for a long, long time. I just don't think that they're able to get it. Normally you leave that one alone because it's so much easier for your opponent to fight back and hold it. So that's a weird one. It's a weird hill to potentially die on. Deathwing is already dropping in and trying to help out, but as you can see, Lucio is so low that he won't be able to do a whole lot here. And the arrow! Beautiful! That choke point, yeah, that's a problem. They might get a Leo kill. I don't think they're gonna get too much. Leo is indeed dead. But just imagine that fight happening a little bit later, or someone with a lot of AoE just chunking in there. If Junkrat would have been able to drop another ult on this one, you could have gotten 2-3 kills. Yeah, that arrow hit hard. Bishops again. Just connecting it. And talking about Bishops, he channeled the top left, so now the ult is fired, and we have 28 to 28 points. It's still that half-level lead for Team Ash. But, yeah, not much more than that. My try? Jeez. He got chunked. That's the problem with Junkrat. You don't have a lot of HP, so you gotta be real careful on that. But down here, one connect with the tongue is all that he needs, and he misses it. Falstad had his skills back up, his cooldown, so he barrel rolled out. 40 stacks for him. And the next camp is up. But they are starting to get ahead by nearly an entire level. So Team Ash, thanks to also the minion experience that they're getting here, is taking a significant lead. And you can see it here too. So in this case, for example, we now have 2,200 hero experience for them because of the extra kills that they got. And then you look over to the mercenary experience, they're leading there too. They're leading in minion experience. So for Team Ash, they are winning the XP battle on pretty much every angle. Now they want to go for the birdie. Light bomb explodes, but the iron skin on Jojo was up. They looked for the engage, and they pretty much did everything that they could. Sacrificed a lot of cooldowns here, but none of them really working out for them. So random team attempting to turn this against them, but they themselves also didn't lock the entombment properly. So Leoric wasn't able to present a kill opportunity to the rest of the team. But the altars are spawning, and this time it's the single altar at the bottom of the map. Level 15 is ready, though. Yeah, for Team Ash, that means if they can close the... If they can get enough experience to 16 at some point during the altar, that would be the dream. It's a bit questionable, but for now, the teams aren't even going for it. Instead, we see the cocoon getting dropped. They want the camp, and they get it. The camp is there. Can they get the kills? Gust already used for the disengage. As long as the Nubura can make it out there, they're going to be fine. But Denato gets body blocked. Gets a stun out, and they are still able to retreat. And as all of this happens, My Try moves down, channels the altar. So not only did they get the pumpkin camp, they also got the altar. And now we're talking about 24 points on the core. About another arrow connecting. There's the light bomb. They want Lucio. Oh, the 3-2-3 pause right there. Oh boy, no matter what happened here, even if he disconnected, I gotta say that Lucio should be dead. And there is absolutely no reason for Team Ash to back off. Let's say for just a moment that the worst case scenario happened here. Lucio disconnected, they realized it, and they paused it at the exact same time that the blue team made their move. At this point, you are committed. They already used their cooldowns, so right now you are gonna go for that kill. Let's check out with Jojo. She's still in the game. He dropped. All right. So Leo dropped. That's why they paused the game here. Leoric is currently out. That's a bit of a problem. He's not going to face any consequences in the middle of the map. But at the same time, down here, we already know how this one's going to go. I would be shocked if Lucio survives this. So the only question that we have to ask ourselves right now is, after this engage, what's going to happen here? Keep in mind, they're currently facing off with 3 heroes against 4, and it's very likely that Lucio is going to get killed. He's going to get stunned out. I mean, he's pretty much already stunned, as you can see here. So once that the stun connects, what's going to happen? We're going to see them go in for the kill, and then the question that remains is, how much can you do on the bell tower? Can you kill the entire thing? Dehaka is still playing with Leoric in the middle of the map, and we have Johanna sitting at the top right, so she just moved back to the Nexus, and she is not going to be back here for quite some time. So here's the play for the kill, and he gets out. No freaking way. What? They were able to get out there. Jojo's moving back in, and wow. I really expected this to be way more impactful. Not quite sure if they maybe agreed that they wouldn't go for the move, but yeah, there's the blessed shield now as they're trying to turn it, and Bishops is low, has no mana either, and he's dead. They turn it. Random team, they turn it against Team Ash. This looked like the perfect opportunity for Team Ash to make some plays here, but instead it is the red team that comes in, gets 2 kills, Anduin and Hanzo are both dead, just as we have level 16 for Team Ash. Okay. That flipped quickly. 16 against 15, but they're closing this gap, and they're also getting more damage in at the bot lane now. Marina's moving in. They tried it. He doesn't get the connect. Denado, he needs to get out, and he does. Taps the fountain. They hold at least the fort, the bell tower for now, but here comes the triple altar phase. Triple altar, everybody. This is the moment now. The royal focus build with the ominous wraith, and yeah, they're already zoning at the bottom of the map a bit. Mitra is there. Hanzo is coming in. There's a blessed shield after the entomb. Arrow misses completely, but they still didn't get the kill against Junkrat. He's still alive. Leo's ghosting around. Falstad is at the top. He wants to steal the top left. He's going top left for the steal, and he is gonna get it. But they lose Lucio down here. Lucio's going to be lost. Dehaka, he's too late. Dehaka is too late and is gusted away at the bottom of the map after the cocoon against Leoric. They're trying to go for body blocks against Deathwing. And Deathwing is a big boy, but he might be a little bit too big. Gets easily body blocked here. Jojo died now at the top, and they're going for Falstad as he's trying to go for an additional channel. And the birdie knows perfectly well that right now he won't be able to make a move here. So he's trying to interrupt, and he does. No fucking way. Bishop's nearly dead. Ether still wants him. Another shot fired. And Dehaka Hanzo died to the wave and to Deathwing. The bird dies. I mean, he tried. Don't get me wrong, he tried. He was already mid-flight, more or less. But boy, what a fiesta. 7 kills to 4. Now the fight for the top right. 24 to 20 points. Denado, he tries. Lucio, interrupt after interrupt. The party continues, everybody. Leo stunned, attacked. He needs to die. They just can't kill him, can they now? Once again, Deathwing going straight up for the barbecue. And it's a 4 versus 4 with Falstad coming back soon. The blue team, the big play from the janitor. He's trying to take out the trash here. The arrow hits Deathwing and nothing else. They go for Leo and he finally gets stopped. But Falstad is channeling on the right side of the map and Ether is taking it. The shots are fired. They are hoping to follow up here with another kill, but even that seems to be hopeless. The Riptire, I mean, all he can hope for right now is some damage. So he does that, but oh my god. And Jojo, look at the Jojo damage. Jojo is sitting at 40,000 damage. Top damage on the team with ease. Deathwing is at 36,000. In comparison, we have 60,000 damage for Junkrat and 69,000 for Hanzo. Camp after camp gets taken. 20 versus 20 points on the core. Level 20 talent next. The janitor again looking for a bathroom connect. can't make it happen. The drag on Jojo. Problem for Insipid here. And he gets actually hit by the ult as well. Denado tries to get the kill here for them. And Hanzo has his arrow back up. Hanzo has his arrow. Arrow is up, uses it, and again, completely missing. Arrow is off the grid. Didn't connect with anybody here, and the entire team walks away. Leo died. He's the only one, though. He's the only one. Everybody else is still alive. Endless battle at this point. Oh, no, the kill. The arrow straight to the face. That was a close quarter arrow right there. And they're pushing them back hard. The birdie! Dragged by Dehaka, who wants his midnight snack. So they get the drag on the bird and then the Riptire straight to the face. It's momentum time, everybody. Level 20 is available. They got the inner fire. They got the bullseye. They go for Leo again in the middle and another drag connects. Markotzel is in trouble. Can they get the kill? They might, and they do. Nice play by Hanzo. He gets the bullseye connected. That stun is all they needed. My try, he gets interrupted. Down here, Renella, he hits the first 5, and that puts them down to 15 points on the core. They're gonna go for the double channel. Another 5 shots are fired, and that puts them to 10. Momentum is there for Team Ash. Even a bit of B-stepping already going on as they go for the boss. This should be an easy one. Falstead is not going to be here in time. 5 seconds. Maybe. I don't think so. Nah. He has vision. Junker is actually moving away from this, as is already. But yeah, Falstead is not flying in. I think they might have been able to make a bit of a play there if they would be greedy. But they're deciding instead to go for the bell tower down at the bottom of the map. It's not a bad decision, honestly. It's a pretty good one. You take back map control. They still have to fend the middle where the blue team is attacking next. But they're down to the single digits now. And that's, of course, going to be a problem. So they retake the bot lane. But they have lost a lot of hit points here in the middle. Riptire for the minion wave. Yes, gets that. Was hoping for more hero damage, I suppose. 91,000 damage for Hanzo. Just saying. He's soon gonna join the 6-digit club here. Top side, Leo. He's soaking experience. They want the level 20. And the camps are claimed again. And Deathwing is already trying to sniff that out. But they won't make a play here until they have their own Storm Talons. So now we got another move on the left side. Off we go. Yeah, that one's taken. Both camps. So let's see if they can connect a few of them with the bell tower. And that doesn't really seem like it. And of course now we also have Entomb being upgraded. That means that Buried Alive as an engage is fantastic for them. Wind Tunnel too. So strong level 20s. But with 6 points on the core, the game could nearly end here. Not quite yet though. Well, they take another bell tower. So now it's 5-3. They would be down to a single point if they lose this fight. That's an early Riptire. Was trying to follow up. Well, they come in again. For Dehaka this time. He looked for the drag earlier, but couldn't get it. This might be the fight that nearly ends the game. And Leo is just not connecting these Entombs. Yeah, I'm sorry to say. The arrows, by the way, of late are also a little bit sketchy. So here comes instead the play for Leoric again in the back line. Morenas gets a drag as well. Wind Tunnel already used. Another stun attempt by Leonardo. Dodged. And they're a bit split off from the rest of the team. Bishops is also low. Is jumping out and is hightailing it out of there. Leo has to be super careful now. And the same is true for Renella. All of them are low, honestly. The blue team is really in trouble. So is the red team. Anybody could die here. And it's Johanna that dies first. And the bird dies second. 5 versus 3. They go for Leo. He's trying to get away. So is Lucio. They're all on the run at this point. And of course, Team Ash, they're smelling blood in the water here. They're trying to see if they can maybe get another bell tower and end the game right here. And it's insanely likely. I mean, at this point, you just gotta have those 50% HP. Leo is back, but Jojo and Falster, they are both still dead. They drop the arrow for the damage, everything that they have. Or the Riptide for the damage, everything that they have. And Deathwing is dead, and that seals. I mean, this is pretty much it, right? Deathwing turns to Deadwing, and now they control 6 bell towers, which means they can end this. Leo comes through to try and delay them for as long as possible, but that only means he's gonna die too. Leoric is dead. He has the vision. The channel has started, and they're chasing Lucio. This is game, everybody. 6 digits for Hanzo. The shots are connected, and with a 2-0 victory, Team Ash moves on to the grand final of the tournament.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.